Oh my God, this person asked them. I mean, I was going to say a good question. It's a very silly question, but it has a very serious answer. So this person, their name is Say What, asked, are most people the best version of themselves? Hell fucking no. How can you be the best version of yourself when you're living in a council house, when you're smoking weed, constantly intoxicated, constantly watching dirty things on dirty websites? How can you be the best version of yourself? Impossible. How can you be the best version of yourself and your credit score isn't above 500 or 600? How can you be the best version of yourself and you're living in a freezing cold house? How can you be the best version of yourself when you don't want to answer unknown numbers because you're scared it's a bailiff? I remember there was one time I phoned up this tenant, or maybe I didn't phone up the tenant. Maybe I didn't, because I usually phone the tenants. But anyway, I went to this woman's house, knocked on the door. She answered the door. I said, "You're right, I'm the electrician." She said, "Oh, Jesus Christ." I said, "What?" She's like, "I thought you was a bailiff." Like, this is the shit that, this is the situation that people are in, you know. I'm knocking on their door because obviously I drive my car. I don't have a van. Yeah. So it's not even like I'm in a white van. I'm just in a car. Knocked on the woman's door. She answered the door. I said, "Yeah, you're right, I'm the electrician." She's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ." I said, "What?" She said, I thought you was a bailiff." This is the sort of situation people are in. So 99.9% of people are not the best version of themselves. When I say the best version of themselves, I don't even mean 10 out of 10. They're not even operating at like an 8 out of 10. Most people are failing themselves. Most people are the worst version of themselves. Most people, if they were honest, if they looked in the mirror and they asked themselves, if I died, they're asking themselves in the mirror, if you died, if I died, would you want to come back in this reality? Most people will say no. Most people do not like the life they live in. If I died and came back to this reality, I would be fucking happy. My life can't get any better. I don't need to drive a Ferrari and I don't need to have a big mansion with a pool out the front and a pool out the back. My life cannot get no better. Apart from maybe having to get up and go running. Yeah, but you know what? That has to be done. Yeah? My life can't get no better. Most people, if they died and came back to life, they would not want to live this reality. My life can't get no better. I don't need to have a yacht. I don't need a fucking Rolex. I don't want a Rolex. I'm not interested. I don't need a Lamborghini. Yeah. My life cannot get any better because the things that I've just mentioned are things that I don't need. Yeah. You don't need a Lamborghini. You need a decent, reliable car that looks decent. Like I said, most people, they are not living their best life. Most people, if they died and came back to life, they would not want to live this reality. No way.